Hello, welcome to Culture Vulture Talks, where we talk about culture openly and honestly. Hi, Florence.
Hello, Bettina.
We want to talk about cultural assumptions today, and more specifically about those that we have recently unlearned. So we all see the world with our specific filter, we have ideas about the world, and unless something challenges our ideas, we usually keep those ideas, right? We don't change them, we don't have to. And we feel values, concepts into our own, with our own meaning, so to speak, and forget that others might understand the same thing with their specific filter completely differently, in different ways. So for me, for example, I have unlearned that professionalism looks the same everywhere. Right? I used to believe professionalism is set agendas and punctuality and also a little bit of restrained emotion, nothing to do with business. But it is culturally imprinted, it's culturally shaped. And for some cultures, it's not at all about all these things, or not only, they might be punctual, but it's also about those relational aspects, right? Small talk with other people. And so this is still part of professionalism, where I already am talking about business. So what is one of the cultural ideas, assumptions that you have recently unlearned? Is there something?
Well, not recently, but I often remember that. When I was in Miami, I visited my cousin in Miami. That was 20 years. No, not 20, 20. No, even, I think even longer ago, 25 years ago. So as you can see, really long time ago, I visited my cousin in Miami. And I learned there, and I also read it in some magazines, that the people always looked about things they could do in their free time. So they had their job, and then the time they weren't involved with their job, they looked for other things to make money or to do something. And back those days, I thought, when I'm finished with my work, I'm happy to go home and to relax. Yeah, I mean, at that time, my child was in primary school, so I was happy after work that I had time to do my household, to have time with my child, yeah, and not to think about how can I fill my private time to make money. And since I have written my first book, I use my free time, my spare time, to travel, to do readings, to work as a speaker, to have or to produce podcasts and so on. And then I thought, well, that what I looked at in a very strange way those days, to say, why are the Americans that way, that they try to fill their private life or their free time? It's the same I'm doing now. Yeah. So
In one way or
that's,
the other, we never know what the reasons are, right?
yes,
For
of course.
the additional.
So I'm not talking about these people who need 2 or 3 jobs. I'm not talking about those people.
Who
I'm
do it for
talking,
the money reasons because they would
right.
struggle.
I'm
Okay.
talking about the people, and I also read it in magazines that they said, well, free time, don't be lazy in your free time. Do something, yeah, something meaningful and so on. And I thought being lazy is a good thing. Yeah. But now when I am on holidays from my main job, I'm not on holidays, but I'm using this time to travel around and do book readings and so on. Yeah. So I often have to smile when I think about that. Yeah.
It's funny actually, because when you say don't be lazy, then it is an assumption in itself that
Yes.
if you are not doing anything, but you're relaxing or maybe taking care of your well-being because you need to, cool down a bit after work, that is equal laziness, when in truth it isn't.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
funny.
it was one or were two magazines. I don't want to say in America that was
Yeah,
the thinking
in
those
Miami.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
of course that's not the case. But I also discussed with some people there, and they said the same. Yeah. So
Mhm.
after work, I have to do something. Yeah. That was
Mhm.
interesting. And now
Yeah.
I'm just living the same way.
It is, but maybe it's also, you have find a lot of purpose in what you are doing in your spare time as well,
Mm,
right?
mm.
As a second arm of your activities, more or
Yeah,
less.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So for everyone joining us today, think about what is your cultural assumption that you have blown recently or long ago, whatever. Are there some? How can you challenge it, right?
Mm.
Is there something that you might be able to see from a different perspective?
Mm.
Let me just send that question out there. And yeah, thank you for your example. It's really funny, actually, Florence.
Yes, yes, it
And it's
is.
a good learning curve over 20, 25 years, I would say.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank you very much for that.
Yes, and
Appreciate
thank you
it.
for asking.
You're very welcome, and see you again soon. Bye bye.
Yeah, see you. Bye bye.
Bye.